towards a vastly more progressive view. It may surprise you that I'm saying that, but I believe that. I think this is not a moment for small ideas. And I think it's a moment for the Democrats to be really strategic. And the last thing we should be doing is looking backwards. If you look at where we were before Donald Trump became president, our government was immobilized by the Freedom Caucus, utterly immobilized the last 6 years of the Obama administration. And in my judgment, Trump is very much a symptom of our problems, not the cause. He's made matters much worse. He's terrible and he shouldn't be president. But we have some fundamental issues that provoke the country to put a reality TV star in charge. Part of that's the economic dislocation that people have faced. Part of it is the degradation of our public institutions, and to such a degree that people thought, well, we couldn't do any worse, we might as well blow the place up. That, we need a better standard than that. And I think the standard we need to offer is one that's looking toward the future and saying, there are things we can do together. We can be for a set of issues, Medicare X, the public option, rather than Medicare for all. A climate plan that actually reaches out to farmers and ranchers in the conservation community to try to build a coalition so that we don't just pass climate, but that we create a durable solution that can actually solve the problem.
But you don't describe yourself as a revolutionary in the...
I don't know, and I don't think we need I believe in American democracy. And I believe our job as Americans has been to make this country more democratic, more fair, and more free. And I think there are incredible examples of Americans building on those traditions and improving. And I think that's what we need to do. I don't think we need to adopt some political philosophy from Denmark to run America, just as I don't think we need to adopt some political philosophy from right-wing, Hungary.
Do you think the country needs major structural change?
I do think we need. I think we need major changes. Look, my American Family Act was Sherrod Brown. There's Bennet Brown, which is the child tax credit, and then there's Brown Bennet, which is the earned income tax credit. Our bill on the child tax credit is the most profound anti-poverty suggestion since Medicaid was passed. That's how important it is. Now, it does it in a way that I think can be appealing to the country, and it costs much less than Bernie's health care plan, and the professors that have looked at it say it would reduce childhood poverty in America by 40%, give the middle class a real tax cut. We haven't seen anything like that out of the Democrats in the 10 years that I've been there. You take that, the earned income tax credit, paid family leave, increasing the minimum wage, then you're beginning to be on your way to changing the way this economy works for poor people and for working people, for middle class people in America, which is really important, because if they're not spending money, we're not going to drive broad-based economic growth in the United States. I also would say that we need fundamental change in our system of education. As I said in there, our system of education is reinforcing the income inequality that we have rather than liberating people from it. If you wanted to do something to transform our economy, addressing the issue of the 70% of kids that graduate from high school and don't go on to college, and pay them, train them so they can be paid a living wage instead of a minimum wage, that will transform the economy. So I don't accept the idea that we need the democratic socialist views of Bernie Sanders to move the country forward. In fact, I would argue that having a set of policies that are in keeping with our democratic traditions, both small d and large d Democrat, is more likely to get us to the place we need to go.
Real quick, Senator, this week